Okay guys, welcome to my CSGO strategy book. We're going to talk about CT side setups for DE overpass. We'll be covering the setup positions, how many people at the long A, watching the bathrooms, in the connector, watching short B, and how many people are watching monster on the B side. And we'll be covering the advantages and disadvantages for each. So first we're going to look at a 1-2-0-1-1 setup. So this is one person watching long A, two people watching the bathrooms area, and then one person watching monster on B side, and one person watching short on B side. This is a defensive setup, so let's look at the advantages. This is good against any kind of A push, including a long A push, as you have three guys close to the A site who can fend off this push quite easily. It is also good against a bathroom push, as you have two guys watching the bathrooms, and the guy watching long can easily help out if needed. It is also good against a split A as well, as you have two guys watching the bathrooms, one guy watching long, and you have three guys total on the A side, who can help each other very easily and set up good crossfires. And it's also pretty good against a split and pick, as you have crossfires set up both on the A and the B side, and you're not playing in a very easily pickable position without getting traded. So look at some disadvantages. So a monster push would be a disadvantage, as you only have two guys on the B side who can get overrun pretty easily. A split B as well is a disadvantage, as again you have only two guys on the B side who can get overrun pretty easily. Heaven and CT can be smoked off, limiting rotates very easily, very quickly. So now let's have a look at a 1-1-0-2-1 setup. So this is one person watching long, one person watching the bathrooms, two people watching the short B area, and one person watching monster. This is more if you're having problems holding B rather than problems holding A. So the advantages this is against a monster push on the B side, as you have three guys on the B side who can easily handle this quite easily. Should be able to set up nice crossfires. A split B this is good against as well, because you have three guys on the B side. You can set up good crossfires quite easily. And you should be able to fend that off pretty easily. This is also pretty good against a split and pick, as you can set up some good crossfires on the B side, and your A guys can play super defensively, if needed, to force a terrorist to commit to a site. Let's have a look at some disadvantages though. A long push is a disadvantage, as you only have two guys on the A side, and one is watching the bathrooms area, so you've only got one person watching the long area, and they can smoke off bank in the stairs, take A site pretty easily. This is also bad against a bathrooms push, as you only have one person watching there, and they can smoke you off or molotov you out if needed. And this is bad against a split A, as you only have two people on the A site, and you cannot set up any crossfires for this very easily, as you both have to be watching each area. So now let's have a look at a 1-1-1-1-1 setup. So this is an aggressive setup. You have two people in the bathrooms, one person watching long, one person watching the fountain area, one person in the connector, one person pushed up short B area, and one person watching monster. This is good against a split B, as you have two people who can set up good crossfires for this, and then they can rotate quickly to help out the B site if needed. That sewers area should be shut down pretty easily. It's good against a split A as well, as you have crossfire set up between connector and the bathrooms, and the long guy can get a pick and fall back and get help from the other guy in the bathrooms if needed. Another advantage is if they do a bathrooms push, as you have two guys who can set up easy crossfires here, the guy in bathrooms and the guy in connector, and the guy watching long can also help out if needed, and the guy at B site can then rotate to A. Let's have a look at some disadvantages. A long push is a disadvantage, as you only have one guy watching it, and if they smoke off the bathrooms area from A site, it's going to be a lot harder to retake. This is bad against a straight monster push, as you only have one guy on the actual B site to handle it, and if short gets smoked off, your guys from sewers cannot help, and they can take the B site pretty easily. And this is bad against a split and pick, as you have three guys in really easily pickable positions, The guys at sewer, the guy in connector, and the guys in bathrooms can be picked pretty easily. Some can get refragged. So now let's have a look at a 2-1-0-1-1 setup. So this is an aggressive long setup with defensive B setup. So you have two guys at long, one guy in the bathrooms, and then two guys on the B side, one watching short, one watching monster. So this is good against a long push, as you have two guys at long that can handle this, and a third guy who can help out if needed. This is also good against a split A push, as you can handle the guys at long quite easily, and then rotate around to help out A via falling back to site or pushing around fountain area, and the guys at B can also rotate. This is good against a split and pick, as you have very tradable positions at long, and they have to commit to the B site to get a kill, and that guy in bathrooms who's watching it can fall back to long and get traded out pretty easily. So this is bad against a straight bathrooms push, as you only have one guy there, and it's a bit hard for him to rotate across, and if they smoke off long from the A side, it's going to be very hard for them to handle it. Against a monster push, this is also bad against, as you only have two guys on the B side, and your guys at A cannot rotate very quickly around, and if they smoke off the short area, your rotation through connector will be bad as well. Split B, the same principles apply, you only have two guys on the B side, and if they smoke off connector or watch connector, you can't do a fast rotate with your other guys, they're all trapped at long. So now let's look at a 0-1-2-1-1 setup. So this is a strong connector setup with very few utilities at long. Mainly just spotting it from bathrooms. I'm not trying to contest it. So this is good against a bathrooms push, as you have three guys who can deal with it. The two guys in connector and the one guys in bathrooms. And your guy at B can rotate easily to A site if needed. A split push as well, because the bathrooms area can be shut down pretty easily. The long one will get to site, but your guy at B should be able to rotate easily. So it depends on how many people they throw it long, depends how good that strat is. A split B, as you have three guys who can defend the sewers push, and then you can retake from monster if needed. You get behind them pretty easily, pretty quickly. A split and pick, as you should be able to trade quite easily in the party area, and you should be able to trade quite easily in the sewers area if needed. Only the monster and the long one will get uncontested. So look at some disadvantages. A monster push is a disadvantage, as you only have one guy on the B site, and if they smoke off sewers, it's going to be a bit troublesome to retake B site. And a long push, as you obviously got no one watching it, they can walk up long quite easily. They will get spotted, but if they smoke it off correctly, they can easily plant the bomb and win the round that way. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.